Greetings from Florida. It's a hot summer day. Now it's turning into evening and it's muggy out, but that's okay because I'm in my house and it's nice and cool and comfortable in my house. So I like that. Anyway, moving along with some more of my Qigong allenge. I don't even know what number I'm on. Today I wanted to talk to you all a little bit about breath. Breath. It's really underrated. And what I mean by that is we don't think about it. We really don't. We just do it. Take it for granted. And I want to talk about some of the correct principles for breathing and why, and maybe let you all run a little experiment you can try at home to see how your breathing is. And to do that, we'll stand up, and we have like 3 energy centers in Qigong and Tai Chi and yoga. They're called dantians, and we have a lower dantian right here, just about 3 inches below our belly button, about 3 inches inside, like our spine, tailbone is. And then we have one at our heart level, and then we have another one up here, our third eye. So they all allow energy to flow. And when we breathe, what I'd like you to do is just place one hand on your belly, one hand up here on your chest, and just relax. And breathe how you usually breathe. Pay attention. I want to ask you something. Do you feel your belly rising and falling more? Or do you feel your chest rising and falling more? You feel both? The reason I ask this is because we want to breathe from our lower dantian. We want to engage these muscles here in our pelvic floor, our diaphragm. Our lungs are like a bellows for a fire. And so really the inhale is kind of almost like a relaxing, and the exhale is like the pushing. So when we exhale, put one hand on your belly, one hand up here. We want to like squeeze our belly in, like pretend we're trying to touch our spine with our belly button. So, and you can make a noise. Exhale through your mouth. Squeeze all that air out. Push it out with those muscles that you have in your pelvic floor and below your diaphragm, because that's the bellows happening. That's how our lungs work. When we inhale, the muscles are pulling down on it to fill it up with air. When we exhale, those same muscles are pushing it out. And I'm sure that you've heard people talk about hyperventilating, and getting a bag and breathing in the bag and slowing down your breath. And all of this, yes, people do hyperventilate. But there's another kind of hyperventilation that I'd like you all to think about. And it has to do with our oxygen carbon dioxide exchange. And a lot of people have the mistaken idea that when we practice meditation and yoga and Tai Chi and Qigong and exercises of breathing, mindful breathing, that we have to inhale really deeply. And in fact, in a lot of cases, the opposite is true. A lot of us already have too much oxygen going on, and we're not focused on exhaling the old, stale air. So rather than taking in big breaths, I'm not saying you can't, but just a little shift in thought. Think about it from the idea of pushing that stale air out and pausing. And it's a contraction. And then relaxing. And when you relax, you automatically inhale. So you don't have to take a big inhale there. Just let your body do what it does naturally. And pause between an inhale and pause between an exhale, because there's 4 steps in breathing. And it takes a little practice maybe, but that's a very good way to tell where you're breathing from. And you probably heard of, Buddha belly. Well, if you're having trouble breathing from your belly, think about pushing your belly button way, way out when you inhale. You're engaging those muscles. That's what you want to feel down here, not up here. I mean, you can inhale down there, and then you still have more room up here to inhale. So eventually we get good at our breath, and we can do it so we're like blowing up a balloon by elongating it, letting it inhale naturally, and then exhaling, letting the air out of it slowly, decompressing it with those same muscles. Up and down, up and down. So with that in mind, the last time I did a video, I was talking about your chair. A good chair is your trusted friend. And I'm taking it easy still with my feet, but I would like to still get some exercise. So perhaps I can show you a few that you can do with your trusted chair. You can hold on. And you can go up and down. Up and down. You can do this at the kitchen counter while you're waiting for your coffee or your toast to pop. Whatever. So this is good. Up and down. Up. Walk backwards so your toes go up in the air. Try to remember to keep your spine straight. Use your chair for balance. Spread your toes apart so you're rocking back and forth on the balls of your feet and the toes and your heels. And your weight is feeling evenly distributed. And you can feel those muscles stretching. And that's good. You can even do some squats. This is kind of low. I have to go way, way out. And I'm not sure I trust this chair to go that far out. But you can stretch backs of your calves, and stretch in there. And change feet. Stretch the other one. It's on it a little if you want. Go up and down on both feet and have your front leg Be the full leg that's holding most of the weight. Your back leg not quite as much. You're still getting a stretch in there. So those are a few things you can do. There's others. But I'm going to move on and do some other things. I'm going to practice good breathing and slow moving. So I wish you all a pleasant evening, and I'll be back at you soon enough.